Was it Tsurumi?
No, oddly enough, I didn't see Lieutenant Tsurumi. It was another unit.
I've spoken to a few locals. They were heading back to Asahikawa.
Unfortunately, there were far too many soldiers for me to try a head-on approach to rescue that idiot. But we'll have a serious problem if they take him off to their headquarters in Asahikawa.
This is Shiraishi, though. Don't you think he could just escape on his own?
Maybe. Unless he's dead. And they happen to be flaying him right now as we speak.
If they really lock him away in their HQ, it might take him months or even longer to find a way out of that place on his own.
Nagakura and Ienaga wait for Sugimoto's group to return. Once they arrive, all of you should head to Asahikawa together. In the meantime, Kiraranke and I will go get Shiraishi back. As much as I loathe to admit that we need him, he's the only one who can get into Abashiri prison and contact Nopperabo.
You have already met the person you're fated to be with forever.
Great, he's one of these idiots I already know.
What is it you've come here to sell today, merchant?
I don't sell anything.
Your pretty friend there is a fortune teller, huh? Lucky guy. I'd like to be a gigolo for a lovely girl like that, too.
What are you? Huh? I'm not a damn gigolo.
Inkamat! Give me some money! I need some for bean candy.
Girl, right? Well, I think I actually saw them in Yubari. There were these three nasty-looking men who tried to sell me a liver. I bet the guy with the hat was some kind of dangerous criminal. I can tell these things.
Yubari, huh? I should have guessed. If you take the fastest route to Abashiri from Otaru, you hit Asahikawa. And of course, Asahikawa is the 7th's main base of operations. I figured they'd want to avoid it. If they passed through Yubari, maybe they crossed by way of the Daisetsuzan volcanic group in the Hidaka Mountains, and then to Tokachi.
Tokap?
Tokachi. Why? What's Tokap?
It's the word for boobs.
Tokap are the best things ever.
Okay, I think we get the message.
Tokap!
Don't look at Inkarmat while you're saying that.
Hey, look.
We've been waiting for you. I'm afraid there's news, and it's not very good.
What is it?
We've got to move faster. It's imperative that we get ahead of them.
How are we gonna get him back? Is your plan to strike the 7th while they're sleeping or what? Blast them with a bomb and throw them into chaos?
Tell me something, Kiraranke. Is that how you fought at the Amur River? Want to tell me the tale of what made you abandon your home all the way here? You and Nopperabo both. So which one is it? If you won't answer that, how about you tell me Nopperabo's real name?
Pay your respect.
Huh?
Bean candy for sale! Look at that! Can I buy some? I'd like some bean candy, please!
Thank you for your purchase.
Serve her some bitter
Huh? Kamui Kotan?
The Kamui Kotan is the domain of the gods. It's long been said that humans have no place there. To the Ainu, this valley is a dangerous site of tragic accidents. They've always believed them to be the work of an evil god. As you might imagine, there are lots of interesting stories about the Kamui Kotan. About katanas that devour men.
Katanas that devour men.
The Ipatam. The Ipatam is a cursed sword that flies on its own through the air in search of men to prey on. Bury it in the mountains, throw it deep in a river, and it will come back. Bury it in a coffin with rocks, and you can hear the crunch as it eats through them. But once the rocks are gone, it will leave the coffin, threw it into the bottomless swamp of the Kamui Kotan, and then it never came back again.
Fascinating. I shall be an Ipatam then, one that climbed out of the bottomless swamp and is undefeatable.
Keep crossing 10 at a time!
Kamui Kotan. Hanging Bridge. What the hell are they up to? Oh, no way, you have got to be kidding me. Sure, we're on a narrow bridge, but does he really think he can fight this many people with a katana? You stupid old man!
A bridge collapse! We've got men in the water! Turn back, we're gonna help them!
I don't want to die! Somebody save me!
Hold on, Shiraishi!
Don't let go!
I'm coming!
Kiraranke!
Be right there! Come on, grab on!
I could get rid of these anytime I wanted, you know!
Shiraishi, don't give up! Just try to keep your head above water! You can do this, Shiraishi! What's wrong? Come on, hurry! Shiraishi!
Although I can't be sure, I believe he must have already arrived at Asaikawa by now. Even though we know he's fully capable of escaping on his own, we can't wait around for him when we have no way of knowing how long it's going to take him to get free.
We honestly can't be sure he can get out of this at all. He may be an escape king, but surely there are limits to his abilities. And who knows what they're doing to him there in the meantime.
You make a good point. They could be flaying him right now.
Go check it out, Ogata. You were with the 7th, weren't you?
I'm considered a deserter right now.
Kiroranke, you were with them too, right?
I was, but they saw my face at the Kamui Kotan.
Well, no big loss.
I want to save him.
He's a truly ridiculous man, but I won't deny there are still some uses for him.
All well and good, but how do we save him?
Well, knowing that man...
Nikaido! Private, give it here!
Hand over the vial!
I won't give it up! It's mine! You can't have
What's all this ruckus, Sergeant Tsukishima?
Lieutenant Tsurumi. Somehow Nikaido got his hands on this vial of morphine. He's been taking extra doses in secret.
Listen, don't blame me if he dies of an overdose.
Nikaido, you know better than that. You need to follow the doctor's orders, isn't that right?
Give it back!
No! That's a bad boy, Nikaido!
Kohei's right leg burned up. It's all gone. Along with Edogai's house. I can't track down Sugimoto without a leg.
Now, you know it's not right to give up so easily. No! Nikaido, we don't do that!
Looks like somebody's here to see you, Lieutenant Tsurumi. Hey, who are you? You want to know who I am, huh?
Lieutenant General Arisaka, sir! I'm so sorry to keep you waiting.
Arisaka? The genius weapon designer, Lieutenant General Narizo Arisaka. My apologies, sir.
Well, tell me how you've been, Tsurumi. Not as well as you seem to be, sir. Lieutenant General Arisaka's lost much of his hearing from his years as a weapons maker.
I see.
Tell us, sir, how is Asahikawa?
They've just built a hot air balloon unit of their own. They're determined to put some kind of weapon on it. Those things use hydrogen to float, so one puncture and they're done for, which means recon is all you'll ever get out of them. Not to mention they're slower than molasses. The new age of airplanes is well upon us now. Is that morphine, Tsurumi? What's wrong? Is that old head wound still bothering you? Ah, that reminds me. Has your attempt to grow poppies in a cold climate gotten anywhere yet?
I'm trying to raise capital to expand the size of the fields.
Well, now's the time to do it. International opinion has turned against England, and now they're getting out of the opium business, you see.
Lieutenant General, don't tell anyone about my poppies or I'll have a line out the door.
Lieutenant General Arisaka came all the way to Otru to see Lieutenant Tsurumi? The rabbit hole sure goes deep with that one.
Behold, the latest in domestically produced weaponry. A Type 38 machine gun and a Type 38 infantry rifle, developed by Nambu, one of my men.
I bet the beauty of it testifies to its superior function. You'll sell 1 million of these, my friend.
Ah! I know, but the more I sell, the more people will die. This is a truly cursed business I'm in.
The things you make are beautiful, and the world needs more of that now. Don't you dare stop making them. Beauty and power are one and the same. On a quest for functional beauty, you created a powerful weapon. And that which is beautiful should always be praised. The 28-centimeter howitzers were gorgeous. I'd never seen anything like them. I could go on and on. But the most interesting part was that the fire support they gave didn't discriminate between friend or foe. It ripped apart the bodies of young men and made the skies pour with blood. I'll never forget running through that glorious bloody rain. It was one of the most perfect sights I'd ever seen in my entire life.
Do you realize how messed up you are in the head?
I do. I was there, lost my frontal lobes.
War will increase the demand for painkillers, and a big war even more so. Not to mention every type of high-caliber weapon in Japan. So that's what the Ainu gold will be used for.
Bang, 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 bang.
War will bring jobs to Hokkaido. More wars will be necessary to sustain them. It's nothing but a war addiction.
Bears will often attack humans with overwhelming power. But who could ever really blame a bear for that?
Other bears?
You know, one of my men it was such a beautiful creature.
That's a good man right there.
Lieutenant General, to be quite honest, he's actually very depressed right now, and I was hoping that you could help him. I know it's asking a lot, but what do you say?
You stole it again, huh? Give it, come on! Do you want me to tell Sarumi? Stop it!
Nikaido, you've got a special visitor here to see you.
Huh? A visitor? But who is it?
Please, come in now, sir.
What the? Who's that? Stay back! Hey, who are you? I'm scared!
Who are you? Get out of here!
So, this is the Nikaido I've heard so much about.
Ah! Who's this?
I've come to give you a wonderful present.
Really? A real present? What is it?
I very much hope you'll like it, Nikaido. You see? It's a brand new leg. Isn't that great?
Really? That's all? Just a fake leg?
Ah, but it's not just any fake leg. Ha! Ah! Made it on short notice, but it's got room for 3 rounds. 3 rounds of buckshot, that is. I obviously could have put in a lot more if I'd used regular rifle bullets. But a weapon like this, it's only useful at close range and in surprise situations. Then buckshot's the only way to go.
Thanks so much, person I don't know.
What are you doing? This is a hospital!
Congratulations on your beautiful new leg, Nikaido!
Who the hell is this?
His name is Kirohiro Suzukawa. He's a marriage fraudster. This man's a genius with disguise. We met him back in Abashiri.
Abashiri? So, you were hiding that?
I don't seem to remember saying I'd share every bit of information I had with you.
What gives? You didn't tell me either, old man.
Don't worry. I was intending to meet up with him on the way to Abashiri.
You're one crafty old geezer.
What can a marriage fraudster do in this situation anyway?
Fraud requires one to use one's brain. Don't compare me to a violent prison escapee who steals things from others by force and all other manner of awful, nasty things. So, what is it you're hoping I can do for you?
We need to save a man named Shiraishi from the 7th Division. We won't know where in the 7th Division's Asahikawa barracks he's being kept, unless someone gets in from the outside and can gather information.
So, I need to pretend I'm one of them.
After the incident at Kamui Kotan, they're bound to be on their guard. I think you'd have to be someone of consequence for them.
Division in Tokyo.
No, the further up the military you get, the more everyone knows each other. A fictional officer would get caught.
A dog. How about Shirosuke Inudo?
Inudo? The warden of Abashiri prison?
Could he pass?
Don't know, doubt it.
Well, fortunately, the odds of anyone in the 7th knowing the warden of Abashiri are pretty low, I'd say. Unless you look almost identical, anyone who knows him will see through the disguise. Will this work?
Inudo is very committed and particular. He's obsessed with following rules, but was also willing to secretly lock me up forever to satisfy his desire for revenge. His twisted personal nature is evident right on his face.
I believe that. Your personality shows on your face. For instance, if you see a bear with a face like a fox, it's got a nasty temper. Isn't that right, Ashirpa? It's no good. It's past your bedtime.
How about we change the subject then?
Okay, now that you look like the warden of Abashiri, how do you plan to convince the 7th you're him?
Patience, young man. I do have an idea or two.
I'll let you handle the rest then.
Might want to leave her. She's nasty when she's tired.
Amusing. This one will be a fine woman someday. Is something wrong?
I just remembered. You're the old man who showed up at the Herring Longhouse. That was you. That would mean Shiraishi was working with you back then.
Shiraishi was working with them?
Yeah. For a long time, so it would seem.
You know, when I reached out to grab Shiraishi and pull him from the water, I saw some clear hesitation.
Given this situation, do you think you can look past this?
So you admit it then. Guess that's something.
Remember, there are no enemies or allies in this room. All that's important is the information.
I think Shiraishi probably figured you'd kill him if you found out. That would be exactly like him, don't you think so?
What do you plan to do? Are you still gonna save him or not? If so, will you kill him afterwards?
Somebody who will betray you one time will betray you again.
Sugimoto, please don't kill anybody you don't have to kill.
Asahikawa, the mill south fortifying it became the critical mission. The establishment of railway tracks and a 7th Division garrison made it one of the largest cities in Hokkaido at the time, after Hakodate, Otaru, and Sapporo.
The 7th base is enormous. How the hell do we figure out where he is? It's not a prison, so it shouldn't be that hard to get on base, but we can't possibly check each individual building. It's just way too big. Maybe we should just make them hand Shiraishi over instead.
The insignia number on the jackets of the men who took Shiraishi was 27. That's one of the 4 infantry regiments at Asahikawa. The 27th Infantry Regiment. This is their barracks, right here.
Wait a second. You said the 27th?
What is it, Ogata?
Wow. You guys are idiots.
Oh, that's right. Does that mean they're in the same regiment as Tsurumi?
I'll just say it's incredibly likely that the 27th is indeed the regiment that's hiding our man. They happen to be led by Lieutenant Colonel Yodogawa, who is very much under Tsurumi's control.
What? The Warden of Abashiri wants to meet me? I wonder what that could be about. Why is this guy even here?
I am Shirosuke Inudo, the Warden of Abashiri Prison. It's nice to meet you.